It is unbearable how arrogant and how entitled the Israeli government is. And yet, we just have to still sit here and be like, it is really strange. No, you'll be like, listen to the clip, and they'll literally be like, I'm not listening to it. Yeah, no, this is my favorite, like, this is my favorite conservative grift, okay? They're just like stupid maxing. Just spoke to President Trump and asked him if he had seen the video of Representative Omar being attacked and sprayed by a substance. No, I don't think about her. Lies, okay? I think she's a fraud. I really don't think about that. She probably had herself sprayed, knowing her, the president said. I asked again if he had seen the video. He said, I haven't seen it. No, I hope I don't have to bother. Every ICE story has been a hoax. Even if one eventually ends up being true, I don't want to hear it. Democrats have created chaos. They cannot put out a fog of war and then play these games. Oof. Apparently, these videos are so inculpatory for ICE, you can't even put a spin on them. I haven't watched them. I'm too old for this Covington 42069 latest hoax. And I didn't even watch the interview because I didn't want to watch that. Like, these guys straight up are just openly admitting, like, I don't care. Anything that you can show me that will actually make me reconsider my position. I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear it. La, 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 la. I can't hear you. They're fucking baby brain dipshits, bro. They're stupid maxing. They're stupid maxing. This is what the modern conservative movement has become. Like, obviously, you could say, like, you know, back in the day, they were also doing this. And, you know, I can't disagree with you on that. I've been at this game for quite a while. And yes, they were pretty vicious. But I never realized how stupid it could have gotten. They moved on from believe your lying eyes to I simply don't have eyes, checkmate liberal. Yep. That's where we're at. She's so fake. Oh, yeah.
Hi. Good morning, America.
Sex sells me.
Hi. Good morning, America.
Yeah, this is Erica Kirk's like OG content too. Like, she was doing crazy stuff, man. She was always like, I mean, she was hungry. She was hungry. She had W hunger, okay? She was trying to get as much clout as possible. She was trying to max out on the clout. So it's not exactly shocking or surprising that she would be behaving like this in the aftermath of the untimely demise of the husband of her children. Charlie would be proud of his wife for using his death to sell merch. They only care about profit and success. As Marx said, all that is solid melts into air. All that is sacred is profaned. I don't think so, man. I don't. The husband of her children. Sorry, the father of her children. Husband of Erica Kirk, father of their children.
Really handsome.
You look gorgeous.
Okay, this unseen footage will shock you.
Baby, that's deep in there. Give them cleavage. People want cleavage.
I've seen this footage before.
Pay close attention.
Sex sells me.
It goes against everything in the narrative being displayed now.
Kurtlar Vadisi ne abi? Ne alaka lan? Wait, is Kurtlar Vadisi'nin şarkısı mı bu? Oh my God, the Turks are saying that the score, the soundtrack to this video is a very famous television show from my childhood. Oh my God. Oh my God, what the dog doing? I don't know. Wait, hold on. Let's see. Kurtlar Vadisi müzik. Operasyon müziği. This was goated, dude. This was so goated. Abi Kurtlar Vadisi Gladio. Oh no. Hold on, let me find it. That's crazy. I mean, this is irrelevant, but it is kind of funny. I need to see it. Hold on. I don't think this is it.
You need a God and it's not you.
That's me.
That's against religion.
Believe me, this gets even worse the deeper we go.
Oh, Gendere. Gendere. Wait, I think I remember that. Hold up. Yo. Oh my God, it is. Bu diziyi Amerikalılara nasıl anlatacaksın şimdi? I can't. Kurtlar Vadisi is the Valley of the Wolves. That's what it translates to. and it's like a espionage, a parallel government, deep state, a cop show. I don't know how else to describe it. Anlatma. Özelimiz o amına koyayım. They're saying, no, don't explain it. It's private. It's private. No, it's like, it's about the Turkish deep state, which, by the way, ironically enough, deep state as a terminology does come from espionage in Turkey. Was it good? It was spectacular. Watched this as a kid, yeah. Also, this is the most Turkish poster that anyone could have ever made. This is the main character. What was his name? Memati. And then this is his eyes in the side. His piercing eyes. Turkish telenovelas are goated? Yes, it is, yeah. Kind of music you blast when the merch starts selling.
Hi, I'm JT
Or no,
Massey.
Memati. Polat.
Hi, I'm Eric.
Polat Alemdar. Sorry, Polat Alemdar. You're right.
So we've got
Dude, it's been 20 years since I watched this TV show, okay? Hayır onlara söyleme, özel bir konu. They're saying don't tell the Americans. This is our secret.
joking about her religious values.
That's me.
That's against religion.
We've got a confirmation of living in California.
I currently live in Venice, California.
And now also stating she lived in China.
Because I've lived in China. I've lived in Chongqing.
There is a lot to unravel. I'm still analyzing it.
You lived in
Honestly,
Chongqing?
agency.
In the last video, I broke down the acting career. This video is different from everything that we see today.
Whew! Bro, she was in like a bunch of different TV shows and she was like a model. She was doing all this shit, right? Bro, she is a spy? I don't know, man. I think she was just a clout hungry. I think she was just clout hungry. She more Chinese than you? How dare you? Don't even come at me with that. Okay? She is not. She has W hunger. That's it. She has W hunger. On God. W hunger for Erica Kirk. Okay? She's trying to get W clout. She has W hunger. Y'all are just jealous. That's a white Chinese queen. Okay? Girls got to eat. She was girl bossing. She was slay queening. And a lot of you guys are just jealous about her W hunger. She's Falun Gong 100%. Yeah. I will say this cured my, the white women are exotic takes that I've had because like I'm so scared of her. Like she scares the out of me, bro. I swear to God. Candace Owens too at the end. Oh yeah, Candace Owens was a video vixen too. Yeah, I knew this though. Yeah, there she is. I mean, it's not that confusing. A lot of these guys in the conservative ecosystem are all failed actresses. Like they all just wanted to be famous, and this was the easiest route for them. That's all this is. Sounds like you're envious. Did you have a secret relationship with Charlie Kirk? You did say that you knew him longer than she did. I mean, objectively, it is true. I mean, she knows him better than me, obviously. But like, CCP Center to support Kirk in the quest to destroy America's standard of living. We need to support artists more. It keeps happening. True. Actually, if you want to destroy the conservative ecosystem, just like fund the arts better. Because like 90% of these dudes would have just stayed television artists or like television famous and they would have been happy about it. But instead they had to become basically terrorists that are hell-bent on destroying America. Many such cases, man. Failed artists to unimaginable fascist pipeline is real. Is as alive as it could be. You know, Adolf Hitler, obviously. If that's true, explain Trump. Excuse me. Trump is another perfect example of this. He wanted to be a Broadway producer. What are you talking about? He literally just wanted to be a Broadway musical producer. He could have just been a Broadway musical producer and he would have been the queeniest of queens, okay? He probably would have been gay at that point. He probably would have been like openly like, I'm bisexual, aromantic, and I love Andrew Lloyd Webber. That's all he wanted to do. Have you guys never heard him talk about Andrew Lloyd Webber? His father shamed him into being a fascist. Trump is an artist. We all saw his doodles. Oh, yeah, that too. But they all have no talent. Who would consume their art? It doesn't matter. Just fund it so they don't become fascist monsters. You know what I mean? Just fund it. Just fund it so they can feel happy. There are millions of failed artists around the world right now that are still carrying on with their endeavors because like there's at least some kind of funding mechanism that allows them to survive and make their doodles or allows them to survive and make like dog product. I feel like I feel like it's better to just like have this scholarship system so you don't have them become like fascist monsters. Make them produce bad art. It's so much better. It's so much better than whatever the fuck's going on now. Speaking of which, we are going to, we're going to move on, but I did want to mention this. I reached out last week about my citizens only survey. Your file says you're a top MAGA patriot, but my records say my survey still says response pending. Don't tell me you're an illegal alien. That cannot be true. This is your final moment to prove me wrong. Brian, please. Are you a proud American citizen or does ICE need to come and track you down? Take citizens only survey. I don't know if this is real or not, but it is pretty funny. There's no way this is real. I can't believe that this would be real, right? There's no way that this is like, there's no way that he is farming it's real. I saw it in my parents' email. Oh my Lord. You can only submit by donating. Yeah. Donate to me or else I'll send ICE I'll send ICE to your neighborhood, you illegal alien. It's awesome. All right. We're now going to get to Nicki Minaj at President Trump's summit. I am probably the president's #1 fan.
We're also pleased. My daughter, she went crazy when she heard that this was happening. I want to go. You know, she happens to be in the wrong state right now for that. But when she heard that there's a certain person that's here who's the greatest and most successful female rapper in history, Nicki Minaj. Come on. And, and Nicki makes a lot of cash. Not as much as Michael Dell. Not quite. Not as much. But that's okay. But Nicki makes a lot of money, and she's generously stepping up. She's investing hundreds of thousands of dollars in Trump accounts to support the children and really the children of her incredible fans. That's great. Focus on that. Why should you give to somebody else's fans? Give to your fans. I like that. But, and I just think she's great. I've been hearing so much over the years because I didn't know Nicki, and I've been hearing over the years she's a big Trump supporter and a Trump fan, and she took a little heat on occasion. Her community isn't necessarily. I tell you, we did pretty well with that with your community, as we say. But Nicki has been an unbelievable supporter. She gets almost as much as Mr. Wonderful over here. He's been another one that's been so good. But I'd like to ask you to come up, Nicki. Come on up. Come on. She's been such a great supporter and a great supporter of Trump accounts. And I said, I'm going to let my nails grow because I love those nails. I'm going to let those nails grow. She's so good. She's been, what can I say? She's been with us all the way, right, Alex? She's been with us all the way, and just want to thank her. And it wasn't so easy. For you, it was easier, right? You want to come up? Mr. Wonderful, come on up here. You've been terrific.
Hello. Well, I don't know what to say, but I will say that I am probably the president's #1 fan. And that's not going to change. And
Are you welcome back to Sephora after this? I have never been more vindicated than my clock of the century with Nicki Minaj's reactionary right-wing pivot, literally in 2021, okay? 5 years of pain and torment, 5 unlimited years. The lock of the century. Does Nicki know who you are? Yes. I mean, I don't know if she still remembers, but I made the mistake of ratioing her during COVID, and then her fans spent years and years calling me a supremacist non-stop. Now, of course, I didn't move away from my positions even one bit because I'm not some person devoid of backbone in the way that all these people go, oh man, the left yelled at me, so I left the left. Oh, you guys are so annoying. It's like everybody else. But my point is, I clocked this from a mile away. This former Barb right here did not listen to you in 2021. Yep. I ratioed her. The Barbs got big mad. I said she's doing a right-wing pivot. Always right, just too early. One of my greatest clocks. Okay? One of my greatest clocks of all time. I bought her mixtape off MySpace in 2009.
The hate or what people have to say, it does not affect me at all. It actually motivates me to support him more. And it's going to motivate all of us to support him more. We're not going to let them get away with bullying him and, you know, the smear campaigns. It's not going to work, okay? He has a lot of force behind him, and God is protecting him. Amen.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's stay right here.
On behalf of all the entrepreneurs in America,
Wow.
I'd like to thank you, Mr. President, because we create 72% of the jobs. Companies 5 to 500 employees, and all we care about is policy. We love policy, pro-business policy, and these accounts are fantastic for independence and support. I thank you very much.
It is pretty it is pretty crazy that on that stage you got a Lebanese Canadian, not an American, mind you, a Trinidadian undocumented immigrant. Tell me that the new wave of fascism isn't so diverse. Tell me people still operating on the previous rad lib boundaries do not understand. DEI fascism is here. They don't give a as long as you're a piece of shit, like you're riding with me, okay? If you have hate in your heart, we will welcome you, okay? This is the craziest three-piece I've seen on stage at the same time. I mean, yes, Kevin O'Leary is Lebanese, obviously, because let's be real, there is a real conspiracy. It's not Zog, it's Log, okay? Lebanese occupied government. There are so many Maronite Christian Lebanese in positions of power in the Western world. It will blow your mind. Once you take the Lebanese pill, you will never be able to unsee it, okay? He's Irish Lebanese like Austin crying. Judge Jeanine Perot. Yeah, it's POG, Phoenician occupied government. Japan has secret Korean conspiracies. We have secret Lebanese reality. Exactly.
It's all about the entrepreneur, and I think you know that, sir.
Thank you very much.
Erica Kirk's mom is Syrian. Levantine occupied government. No, Erica Kirk is Lebanese too. Yes. Austin is also like Syrian / Lebanese. It's the same.
Well, that was great. A little interlude. I don't know. That's better than getting Scott Bessent up.
We're going to begin with the new uproar in Minneapolis, where Democratic Congresswoman.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to the Ilhan Omar thing in a second. But I will play this. Israel did a anti-Semitism conference, and they brought it was the funniest lineup of all time, because they brought straight up anti-Semites to the conference. And at that conference, of course, hilarity ensued as expected. This is the same conference that had to be disbanded last year because they invited too many neo-Nazis, and like some of the people in Israel were like, what the are you guys doing? These guys you're like bringing straight up anti-Semites to the anti-Semitism conference. Like this is unacceptable. This year, I guess they uninvited the naysayers, the Jewish naysayers in Israel, and instead invited all the fucking neo-Nazis instead. And they basically did a Nazi convention, which, you know, I do find to be very funny and very ironic, but also not unexpected, right? Because Israel is a fascist country. And at the conference, Benjamin Netanyahu talked about the real enemy, which is left-wing anti-Zionism. He straight up said it. He straight up said the real problem here is left-wing anti-Zionism. Sure, there's some people in the far right. Sure, there's some people in the far right or whatever that are like, you know, they don't like Jews. But let's be real. The real enemy here is left-wing anti-Zionism. To a conference full of actual neo-Nazis. So if you want to come to me and talk to me about like, you know, anti-Semitism rising in the country or whatever, you know, take it up with Israel. Okay. The hilarity doesn't end there. Apparently, the Israeli government's latest anti-Semitism conference featured a tribute to Charlie Kirk, which leaned heavily on his vocal support for Israel. For Charlie, Israel was more than a nation. It was a beacon of truth.
Message reignited faith in freedom, responsibility, truth, and values. For Charlie, Israel was more than a nation. It was a beacon of truth.
Do you support Israel?
Yes, of course I do. Yes.
Yeah, that's good for you.
He stood by our side in times when only a few dared to do so.
13. Yeah, dude, famously, people were really shy about supporting Israel, you know? He stood by us when few famously... Yeah, dude, no, literally. That's... When I think of like pre-October 7 Israel support, I think of like how little support Israel got. Is there a end to the greed, dude? Holy shit. Holy virtually every institution is like, am Israel high. And these are still acting like they're the victims here. Jesus Christ, dude. Who was not supporting Israel? Now, times have changed, okay? Times have changed.
100 Jews were killed in their homes, kibbutzes, and a music festival. Was that a genocide?
No, because... No. And in the face of rising anti-Semitism, he stood tall and declared, truth is not hate. Standing with Israel is standing with freedom.
Yeah, Charlie Kirk stood with Israel, and then he fell for Israel in the hands of Israel, okay? Clock it. It is great to be it is bad to be an enemy of Israel, but to be Israel's friend is fatal.
What you are saying, and you're saying it very clearly, is that we look at the Holocaust and it's just a matter of opinion.
Yeah, that's kind of the problem of being an atheist. You have to bite the bullet.
He thought an entire generation valued intellectual freedom, bold conviction, and brave kindness, even when the world shouted the opposite.
The challenges are immense. I'm going to now overcome all those challenges and go on an adventure. I'm going to prove everyone wrong. I'm now not going to be a victim. I'm going to be a victor. I'm going to dig deep. This is still a great country. This is a free country. I'm going to use my agency. I'm going to use my ability. And I'm not just going to go point in the corner and be like, I'm overweight because of the Jews.
Wow, look at that. Beautiful. 3, 2, 1, smile.
Bro, this is nasty work. This is nasty work. They're doing a highlight reel. They're showing their work, brother. That's crazy. That's nasty work, Israel. God. Dude, they're like, yeah, this is how much he supported Israel. Also, on this day, they silenced his voice. And by they, I mean not us.
Until a single bullet.
Bro's posting the phase adapt camera angle, the Call of Duty kill cam. That's crazy.
Loaded with hate, shook the world. And one silenced voice echoed a cry that...
They're dabbing on him. They're dabbing on him. They're dabbing on him as hard as Erica Kirk is dabbing on him. That's crazy. Overwatch rewind camp. That's
from
crazy.
One end of the earth to the other, calling for justice.
They're dabbing on him.
For hope.
He wasn't a violent man. He honored those who disagreed with him. He let them go to the front of the line because he knew that debate would stave off violence.
Charlie Kirk.
A legacy of light, of faith, of Israel. Yeah. It is a legacy of Israel, not in the way that you think it is, though.
But his voice lives on. A voice of freedom.
That's crazy.
The voice of Charlie Kirk. May his memory be blessed.
Bro, this is like when King Von rapped about how he murdered his ops, Israel style, okay? This is the Israeli edition of a King Von song. I mean, how else can I read this? They're like, hey, look at what we did here. Some of our finest work. Do you really believe Israel did it? I mean, maybe. Who knows? Who knows? Listen. Israel's crazy story. Top. Listen. Do we have enough evidence? No. Seems like a lot of people believe it. It's out of my hands. It's out of my hands. Isn't there like zero evidence Israel was involved? I'm confused. This is the media environment y'all wanted. Not you guys, but this is the media environment that they created. I can't do shit. What can I say? What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? Constantly course correct? Oh, I'm sorry. It's too difficult. Changing up, shaking my head. Yeah, I'm going to be posting the courtyard menorah. God, it's so funny. That one interview you did where the waiter said Israel killed Charlie Kirk unprompted, that was yeah. I thought you used to be really against that theory because I don't think, okay, guys, I'm joking, okay? I'm joking. Yes, I don't think there's enough evidence that Israel killed Charlie Kirk. Can you please let me joke? Jesus Christ. Oh my God. In the chat being like, no jokes. Yes, I don't actually believe Israel killed Charlie Kirk. Or more than that, even though there's like inconsistent information about like what actually took place on that day or whatever, I do know for a fact that Charlie Kirk was not going to do a public pivot against Israel. I do know that for a fact, okay? The only aspect of this that I can lean into, the only aspect of this that I can say sincerely is that I know for a fact that Charlie Kirk was not about to pivot on Israel because we were going to debate him. I was going to debate him on Israel. Part of the reason why I was doing that debate prep with the rabbi was because I was about to debate him on Israel. That was the whole point. And then he got killed. So unless you think that he was supposed to like turn around and make a big pivot on stage when we were about to debate about Israel, it's ridiculous. Also, like I said, it's out of my hands. There's nothing I can do. There is nothing I can do. I am one guy. I can't be the only guy that's constantly trying to defend the honor of Israel in this situation as Israel's number one op, you know? Sorry, it's out of my hands. Y'all love misinfo. Oh, sometimes that misinfo turns around and bites you in the all right? I think no for a fact is obviously not true. You might know beyond a reasonable doubt, but considering that as a fact is tough, look how many people have pivoted that you never expected to pivot. No, the only reason why I know beyond a shred of doubt is not just because I was supposed to debate him on the issue, but also because Charlie Kirk has demonstrated in the past that even if he actually has a consistently held position on Epstein, for example, as long as Trump doesn't pivot on Epstein, he won't pivot on Epstein. He demonstrated that over and over again when he farmed the Epstein stuff for the longest time and then literally got a boss call from Trump and then turned around and said, okay, I'm done investigating the Epstein stuff. So there's no reason for Charlie Kirk to pivot on Israel if Trump is not going to pivot on Israel because Charlie Kirk was Donald Trump's strongest warrior. That's it. He knows where his bread is buttered or knew where his bread was buttered. As long as Donald Trump was going to be up Israel's every day, constantly supporting Israel, then of course Charlie Kirk was going to do the same. There is no these guys are grifters. You guys are stupid if you think that he had a sincere change of beliefs, okay? You're wrong. Not only are you wrong, but you're dumb if you think that any conservative operative, we're literally watching conservative operatives like Erica Kirk do touchdown celebration dances days after Charlie Kirk got marked. And you're over here being like, well, what if he had a conscience? Like, get the fuck out of here. They're grifters, brother. What they believe in here does not matter. What matters is this, and this is not changing. It's starting soon. I can't believe this video. This is still up, by the way. 3 waiting. Scheduled for September 25th, 2025. The Dartmouth Political Union and Dartmouth Dialogues presents the DPU debate series, The Politics of Youth, Charlie Kirk versus Hassan Piker. Scheduled for September 25th, 2025. Kind of morbid. The 3 people didn't hear the news. Will he show up? Is it canceled? All right. Anyway, before we get to the Ilhan Omar stuff, what is this libbing out about due process in your camera? In your on-camera threat to kill the president using your full legal name is sending me?
Hi.
Elliot Forehand, Democrat candidate for Ohio Attorney General, says he's going to kill President Trump through capital punishment.
This is Elliot Forehand, candidate for Ohio Attorney General. I want to tell you what I mean when I say that I am going to kill Donald Trump.
Liberals are going beast mode. Liberals are going beast mode. It's beast mode time. It's beast mode time. We're oh my God. Dark woke, beast mode. This guy has real mental health issues and is really pro-Israel. This guy is.
I mean, I'm going to obtain a conviction rendered by a jury of his peers at a standard of proof beyond a reasonable doubt, based on evidence presented at a trial conducted in accordance with the requirements of due process, resulting in a sentence duly executed of capital punishment. That is what I mean when I say that I'm going to kill.
He was my neighbor. He's a super pro-Israel, you said? Dude, what planet are these guys on? Bro, the FBI is going to go to his house? Oh, for sure. He will get a call. He will 100% get a fucking visit. He was my neighbor, check logs. Okay, I'm checking your logs. There's nothing here in your logs. Bro, isn't that basically what you said about Rick Scott? No. Guys, words mean things. When I was talking about it, I was highlighting the inconsistency and the hypocrisy of the Republicans saying that they care about actual fraud that's happening in the Medicare side of things, and said if they were sincere, they would actually dish out a punishment to Rick Scott. That didn't actually get a single notice from the Secret Service to my house, because even the current administration's Secret Service are not so stupid that they would be like, this is a death threat. Okay? That, on the other hand, what he's saying here, on the other hand, is is definitely going to get him a visit, because that is direct. That doesn't mean he'll get punished for it, but that will at least get a visit, in my opinion. Because he said, I'm going to. You can't say, I'm going to bleep the president. You will get a fucking visit. The only way that in the past you could get away with saying that is the whitest kids by slapping it's illegal to say. So you can say it like this. I don't even know. I don't even know if you can get away with saying it nowadays. I feel like nowadays they'll probably knock down your door. Seriously, this video got him assassinated? No. I didn't he die of cancer? Like many, many years later. Did you see the leaked Erica Kirk, Candace Owens audio? Yes, I did. I already covered it extensively. A fall? No, he died in a crash a few years ago. He fell off his roof. Okay, everyone is giving me different. It was an accident? Okay, now I believe it. Maybe they got him. Maybe they got him then. Speaking of Israel, Amos Hochstein, who was one of the key architects of Biden's unlimited support for Israel's genocide, Amos Hochstein, IDF soldier Amos Hochstein, alongside Brett McGurk. It was the two key figures in the grand design of Biden's unlimited support bear hug strategy to the nation state of Israel. That Amos Hochstein is mad. Why is he mad? Because President Biden said, because in a rare press conference, Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu claims that soldiers were killed during the war in Gaza from a lack of ammunition due to a partial embargo that was imposed by the Biden administration. And President Biden's advisor, Amos Hochstein, told Barak Ravid, another Israel agent, Barak Ravid, just two Israel agents talking to one another, by the way. They're just chopping it up. Anyway, an agent of Israel who also happens to be a CNN analyst and a global affairs correspondent for Axios. It's just how it is, okay? That's just how it works, Don't say anything about it because, oh my God, you're anti-Semitic. Anyway, so two agents of Israel just talking to one another, chopping it up. Anyway, Amos Hochstein says Netanyahu is both not telling the truth and ungrateful to a president that literally saved Israel at its most vulnerable moment. Amos Hochstein continues and says, let me be clear to journalists, in quotes, commenting, after more than $20 billion military support, largest in Israel's history, 2 aircraft carriers rushed to the region, deterring a massive regional war, defeating Iran's missile and drone attack twice, defending Israel at most vulnerable moments after saving countless lives of Israelis, only acceptable response to POTUS, Biden, and American people is thank you. I really hope Biden is not so demented that he reads this stuff that Netanyahu is saying about him, and then he gets so sad he dies, allegedly, in a video game. Okay? It would be a real shame if Biden read this stuff and then it caused him to literally collapse. If he is not so demented at this point that he has no capacity to understand this, where his like final moments, I hope, and that's not even like, that is not even, for the record, an acceptable and appropriate punishment. Obviously, evil never dies. It's not going to happen. But like, it is crazy how much Biden rode Israel into oblivion, allowed Trump's second fascist term to take over. As a consequence of that, literally everything collapsed because of this. Yeah, we've spent years in a lab testing it, and we found the perfect Democratic campaign message. You're going to have you ever said thank you one shtick to Netanyahu while whining about how we gave him $20 billion to rape prisoners? It is unbearable, okay? It is unbearable how arrogant and how entitled the Israeli government is. And yet, we just have to still sit here and be like, it is really strange. It is really strange that there is this, there is this bipartisan support for the apartheid rape regime, and we just have to give them unlimited support all the time. And if you question it, you're an anti-Semite who needs to get, a stern talking to, a warning. You need to get deplatformed. And yet, Benjamin Netanyahu will run around and be like, yeah, fuck Biden. Liberals that are still, like liberal analysts and liberal media figures that are still pro-Israel after all of this are literally the dumbest people of all time. I hate them so much. You are a straight up goon. You do not care about America. You only care about Israel, and you only care about the money that you're making off of your pro-Israel propaganda. Shouts out to Van Jones, Maoist third worldist. Like you. Yeah, like me. Exactly. I am Israel high. Am Israel high. Am Israel high. I love Israel. 3 Israeli lawmakers sent a letter to former President Biden expressing deep regret over the inappropriate and untruthful remarks made by Prime Minister Netanyahu, who blamed Biden for the death of Israeli soldiers in Gaza. Oh, man. I think people blow this Israel-Palestine issue out of proportion. In my opinion, real Zionism hasn't been tried yet. They're trying to keep Biden alive with this. They're sending this letter to Biden, not knowing that he can't read anyway, so it doesn't matter. In case you thought the Dems didn't have anything to say, Democratic majority for Israel. Joe Biden was amongst the most pro-Israel presidents in U.S. history. We stood with Israel on October 7th, delivered the strongest pro-Israel speech ever. Like, dude, I'm sorry. At a time, Kaya, I'm going to accidentally step on your tail, lady. You are crazy. Kaya's also working with the state of Israel. She's my ops now. You're crazy. You are on a suicide mission. You want your tail to get caught under the wheels. I know for a fact. Why are you looking at me like that? Why are you looking at me like that? Come here. Oh my God. The fat rolls. The fat rolls on this one. Hello. Hello. What are you smelling up here? What's going on up here? Anyway, lip kisses without consent. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. She's trying to get you canceled. Yeah. Yeah, she's a Mossad operative. Stop abusing your dog. Let her have uppies. My dog is 120 pounds, okay? It's abusing me. These guys, like the Democratic majority for Israel, dude, look at her putting her paw on my lap. She's like, come on, it's uppies time, Dad. It's uppies time, please. Performative affection? Yeah, I know. I have a dog just for a prop because I'm a sociopath and I'm only doing performative affection. You're right. What is that except for pure projection? Why the would I take care of a dog? Do you know how to taking care of a dog is? Another life. If I didn't love the shit out of this dog with her neck jowl, with her jowls and her neck fat. Anyway, as I was saying. Yeah, I'm choking her. What? No. Make it full screen, please. No. Okay. No. Don't lean into my whole. As Jen Welch said, the whole crib is outfitted for her. Yeah, this is her home. I just get to live in it, and it's nice. Supreme Leader Kayatollah. Where was I? What was I talking about? These kinds of groups are so openly just invested in Israel and nothing else, dude. At a time when there is unprecedented unpopularity surrounding the apartheid state that has been doing a genocide and hasn't really stopped killing Palestinians, even with this like fake ceasefire. Anyone that still turns around and gets offended or mad at you because you're making comparisons to Israel or still talking about Israel is just only invested in Israel. They're not like, it's not dual loyalty. It's Israel first, okay? There's single loyalty there, just Israel. That's it. And all this back and forth that they're having about how mad they are that Benjamin Netanyahu won't ride Joe Biden after all Joe Biden did to murder Palestinian children is just that. They do not have the capacity to read the room because they do not need to read the room at all. They do not need to read the room at all. They don't care. They have no care or consideration for that. They just care about Israel. Israel first. That's it. But why? Is it money or are they just brainwashed? I mean, they're brainwashed. It's money. It's everything. This is both a pathetic plea for credit and a perfect description of the Biden policy as Palestinians aren't even mentioned. Their lives simply don't matter. I mean, that's true. That's exactly what it is. It was a massive, spectacular indecency, abject cruelty. And every single dumb fuck that has spent years trying to gaslight us can suck my to be like, oh, Biden actually did care about the Palestinians. Kamala Harris did care about the Palestinians. Suck my Neither of them gave a single shred of a fuck. And they literally allowed Trump to win again.